welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna talk about one of my favorite cameras, so it would be the Olympus XA. This camera is the one that I used in one of our last video. If ever you want to see the results, the link is in the description. Let's get more into details. So here are a few things I really like about this camera. The Olympus XA is a rangefinder 35mm camera. The good thing about this one is that you have a small flash that you can attach to the camera if ever you want to shoot more at night. And of course, that flash you can take out. It makes the camera really small, so easy to use. That camera was produced between 1979 and 1985. It's made of plastic, but it's a really nice camera. The reason why is because it's a 35mm lens at 2.8. So you can get really sharp results with it, and it's still kind of a wide angle that you can use for portraits, for landscape. I would say that it's the camera I always bring with me when I travel. You can just put it into your pocket and use the door to close it to make sure that it doesn't affect the lens. One other thing you need to know is that that camera is a picture priority. So you can still choose if you want to open from 2.8 to 22. You still can choose what aperture you would like to use, which is something I really like, because even though you're not choosing the speed, you still have the option to choose the aperture, which gives you more control on the camera. And also, I use this camera for night photography, and it actually worked really well. And now, if I'd have to add some cons to that camera, well, I would say that one thing, the shutter button is so soft, it's so easy to touch that whenever you just crank your camera, make sure that you're ready to take your picture before putting your finger there. There are so many shots that I missed because of that shutter. I would say that one other thing that is not easy with that camera would be the focus. So when you look into the viewfinder, you have the option to see where your focus is at, but I would say that most of the time it's not exact. So you really have to take the time to make your focus, and after that I would say crank the camera and be ready to shoot. Here's a close-up of the camera for you guys. So this is what the camera looks like with the flash on. Now I'm just gonna take it off just to show you how small this camera actually is. It fits in the palm of my hand, so it gives you a really good idea. So right here you have the information regarding the ISO that you're using. So here is a little arm you would be using for the focus of the camera. Here is your aperture, so 2.8 all the way to 22. So every time you take a picture, you just have to choose the aperture you want. You do your focus and you just crank the little camera here, and there you go. The shutter sound on that camera is almost nothing. Just want to make you listen. Like I said earlier, the shutter button is so soft that you really have to be careful, because it just, see? Almost did nothing, just passed my finger and it still took the shot, so be careful with that, guys. But other than that, see how easy it is to use. You just do your focus, you choose your aperture, and you're ready to shoot. So now if you want to open the camera, you have to make sure to close the door to be able to pull it up and open the big one. So this is where you put your film. You roll it all the way up here. You close the door, open it back up, and there you go. Ready to shoot. Now if you want to roll back your film, you have to make sure to press on that little button here to be able to turn it all the way around. And this would be the place where you put the battery. So there you go. This is one of the smallest rangefinder I have. Actually, I think it's the smallest. So it's really an easy camera to use. The images that you get from that camera are super sharp and the colors are amazing. It's really a nice camera. You can do almost everything with it. I think you can find it on eBay now from like $100 to $200, so I would really recommend that camera. So now here are a few examples I shot with the camera. For watching. This was more a detailed video about the camera, but we're gonna do a lot more. There's a lot more coming up. More shooting with friends, more shooting new rolls. So if ever you want to know more about film photography, make sure to subscribe and we'll be coming up soon. Thank you guys. See ya.